Hello, I'm Miss Liz, and I have a lot of wisdom brewing inside of these bones. The thing that's been bothering me lately, there's a video trending online of a little girl who's getting her hair done, and she stated that she was ugly. Um, and I commend the young lady who immediately took her in her arms and expressed to her how beautiful she really is. And then there's an updated video with her saying that she was pretty. Um, we have got to do better with our children. Um, we have to understand that when we say negative things to our children, even just in general conversation, it tends to manifest within their spirit, and it affects how they operate in life. Um, and I know that because as a 54-year-old woman, I still struggle with some of the things that were said to me um, when I was a little girl. So I think one of the things that I'm struggling with right now is because I'm trying to understand who I am and why do I move the way that I do. And it has a lot to do with the foundation that was set for me as a little girl. Um, I don't know if I've been seeking validation, even though I was kind of raised where I was encouraged in one way, but then it was basically taken away at another time in a different way. Um, Kind of confusing sometimes because I think adults don't really know how to parent sometimes because you do not come with a manual. You wing it. You do the best you can with what you have, not really looking at the bigger picture. And really, you don't have a guide to go on. So we say things to our children and we tear them down, and then we wonder why they move the way that they do. Um, Throughout, because of that, when I had my children, I was very protective of them, or I tried to be, for the people that I had around them, or certain things that they said as far as tearing them down and making them feel bad about themselves. Um, because sometimes people can be really, really cruel. And a lot of times I'm finding it's because things that have been said to them, they don't tend to have that compassion for someone else. So they kind of they kind of do what they know. We've got to do better, and we've got to teach our children that they are beautiful, that they are valuable, that they are loved, and not make them have to go out into the streets or go out in bad places and looking for love and tolerate things that they should never tolerate. Um, Over time, there's a lot of things that um, me as I'm growing into a old lady, and I absolutely love it. Um, and most people try to stay young and whatnot, and it's like at my age right now, I absolutely love sitting back watching the young people move. I admire them because they have a certain je ne sais quoi, if you will, on how they move, on how they do things. I personally admire anybody who can walk in their own truth and be who they are. Um, I've kind of always done that. I guess I'm kind of lucky or blessed, as I should say, um, that I've always kind of moved in a way that was best for me. There was times when I kind of curtailed it somewhat because I had children and I had to make some different moves. So in a way that was in the best interest for them at the time. But now I'm back to being able to do and say and be the person that I feel like I was designed to be. And as I make this walk, I want to encourage others to do the same. But we also have to always remember that this all starts at the beginning. Um, our foundation, our children. We have to feed them positive thoughts, positive words, encourage them, build them up so that they can encourage others and build each other up so that they don't move out into the world kind of treating each other horribly, saying bad things to them, calling them names, belittling them, thinking they feel bad, looking at other people and being jealous or envious. And that's one thing I can honestly say about myself. My mother did a very good job in encouraging me and making me feel okay about myself, because I can't honestly say that I've actually ever been jealous of anyone. I cannot say that I've been envious of anyone, because I've always been the kind of person that if you had something that I liked, truthfully though, when I was little, if you had something that I like, I would just take it. I would steal it. But as I got older and I realized that was not the thing to do, now when you have something that I like, I ask you where you got it from and I go get it, or I'll make it so that I'm able to get it for myself. I don't steal it, because back in the day, I would take it. um, that was crazy, but I would. So I wouldn't, I don't have to do that anymore. And I did that as a kid. I was a real little kid. Um, I just always have known how to maneuver and get the things that I want, and I'll make a way to make it happen. Not doing anything bad, not belittling myself, not selling myself out or anything like that. But at this point now, I'll work and go get the things that I want. So I'm not jealous of anybody. Females, I'm not envious of them. In fact, I celebrate them. I encourage them. I tell the young people now, like I had to tell my daughter the other day, enjoy your 20s. Go out, do what you want to do. Because this right now, your body is cooperating with you. It's beautiful. And a lot of times we as the young people, we waste the best years of our lives not understanding how beautiful we are. And then the older you get, when you finally get to the point where you understand how beautiful you are, now you're old and your body don't work like it should, and you got to rub it down with some Bengay, or you got to take some muscle relaxers, you got to do the most to just enjoy your life. So now I encourage young people now, go out and do whatever it is that makes you happy. Some people call it ratchet. Some people call it slutty. Some people call it trashy. Some people call it whatever they call it. Let them call it. But you do you, and let them do themselves. As my mother raised me, let people run their mouth and you run your business. This is like my first video in length when I should actually be asleep. But I hope over the course of time it'll get better. Because as I've told my friends, and they're laughing at me, I told them, I'm like, I'm going to go work for Tyler Perry. Originally, I said I was going to move to Atlanta. I was going to go to Best Buy, get me a really, really fancy refrigerator box, because I understand on his new lot, he's going to open up a women's shelter. And Lord knows I have been through so many things that I know that I could definitely be a help to these ladies out here that don't see any way out and feel like they're the only ones. But rather than standing on my own education and my own smarts and my own talents, I said I'm going to get there however I need to get there. So I said I'm going to go to Best Buy and get me a double wide refrigerator box. I'm going to bedazzle it. I'm going to make it very, very pretty, and I'm going to put it on the exit where you get off to go to his studio, and I'm going to lay there and go to sleep, and that's going to be my house. I'm not going to let anybody else come help me until he comes and takes me and gives me a job. I don't care what type of job I do. I just kind of want to work with him. I admire him so much. He has been through so many things. He has shared his story. He's not afraid to share his story. And all the stories that he tells is like my life. So it's crazy. And I just want to I don't know. I just want to work for Tyler Perry. Um, I know that's crazy, but anyway, that's something that's going to be on my vision board. Um, that I went to buy and I'm going to put together, because Steve Harvey, someone else that I admire, said you have to make one. You have to put 300 things on it. That's going to be interesting. I don't even know if I have that many years in on Earth to do 300 things, but if I can knock out 100 and one of them be with me go work for Tyler Perry, that'll be worth it. But anyway, I know it's just a lot of things, and this is the first of many that I'm going to talk about quite a few things. But tonight, I just want to leave you with stay encouraged. Stop tearing down our babies. Stop tearing down ourselves. Build each other up. Love yourself. Love your children. Just be good to each other. Because we all are spirits in physical bodies, so that we can move throughout the earth. Let's not be a representative of the worst. Always try to be the best. Pleasant dreams.